This reaction is brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/Alex Haitz. I'd like to thank Identitech, TFG, Harry Smith, Mark Ventura, Kurt David, Will E., Steve Aldersley, Jason Bates, at HawkGirlVideo69 on Twitter, Mason Frost, Matthew McLaughlin, Andreas Glaisel, Ray Schuster, and B. Jabber for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. I appreciate it so very much. I hope you all enjoy the video. Do you guys like my Thurston Moore impression? Hello everyone, welcome back to another album reaction. Whoo boy, here we are with the next Sonic Youth album that we're doing. We have 2 left to go. I just finished Washing Machine last week. I haven't done the follow-up for it yet, but needless to say, definitely a new direction for this band. It's a little bit more focused in some ways and a little bit more free-spirited in other ways. They're almost like inverting what their focused and unrestrained are. So I'm very eager to see what they're going to do on this new album. For those who don't know, I do unedited reactions at my Patreon, patreon.com/Alex Haitz. For $5 a month. You can get a shout out at the front of the video. Everyone you heard at the front of the video has access to these unedited reactions as well, from Modest Mouse going forward. That is April 2021 to present and the future. So if you want to support the channel and also get access to over 30 reactions unedited without any YouTube copyright issues, you can support the channel at patreon.com/Alex Haitz. And if not, $1 a month also supports the channel, gets you access to voting in polls that are actually going to happen. One's going to happen after this album, where either me or the Discord picks 4 albums, just kind of freshens up these artist binges that we run through. So, Murray Street. This is the 12th studio album from Sonic Youth. This was released in 2002. So we're jumping ahead quite a bit here from the last one. Albums that we're skipping are 1,000 Leaves and New York Ghosts and Flowers. The latter of which is a very divisive album. Pitchfork gave it a 0, which is pretty brutal, and some people really, really like that one. So that one's all over the board, but we're here at Murray Street in 2002. I wasn't initially going to do this one. I was going to stop at Washing Machine, but as I was going through, I think it was Goo or Dirty, people were like, you know, you should add like either Murray Street or Sonic Nurse. And so I did a poll at one point saying which one should I add, and the choice for both of them won. So we're doing this one, and then 2 years later we'll have Sonic Nurse as well. It's just 45 minutes, just kind of classified in the same genres as typical. A little bit of alt rock, a little bit of experimental rock, noise rock as well. Typical stuff here. 7 tracks at 45 minutes. A breath of fresh air from the really long ones that I've had to have been doing. It's hard to stomach like over an hour's worth of noise rock at times, but the last few albums have been pretty solid. So I don't really have much else to say here. I think we're just going to hop right on in with the first track. Oh, also, Jim O'Rourke is on this one. This is the first one that features him, who, if you don't know who he is, really interesting, very, I wouldn't call him avant-garde, just kind of experimental musician, toys with ambient noise, tape. He has produced a lot of albums, collaborated with a lot of people on albums, and has his own little odd discography as well. So I'm eager to see what he contributes here, with, looks like guitar, bass, recording, engineering, mixing. So that'll be cool. Anyway, The Empty Page.
You and
Um, Definitely the most approachable, like alt rock Sonic Youth I've heard yet. Like very restrained, very concentrated, very focused. Now it's like, but this is just like solid. It's nothing so out there and like either crazy. It doesn't lean super far in the experimental art rock realm. It doesn't lean super far into the poppy alt rock realm. It seems very just happy, kind of sitting in the middle for right now. Someone said in like one of the comments of the, or one of the comments in my on, I can talk really well today, I promise. On one of my previous Sonic Youth reactions, someone, I may have even been Washing Machine, said that I would really like Murray Street. They think they'd be right up my alley. And I mean, this first track I already enjoy, and it's way more in my wheelhouse, way more palatable to me than some of the previous stuff I've heard from them. So, off to a good start. Disconnection Notice. All right. I see what you're doing. So I'm definitely getting this early 2000s vibe. Um, I as I'm hearing this, I'm thinking of like those other alt rock, bands of a similar era, like Wilco, Hotel. What was it called? I just had it open. Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, sorry, which I've only heard a few tracks off of, like maybe 2 or 3 tracks. I'm Trying to Break Your Heart, Camera, Jesus, etc. That's pretty much it. And Radio Cure, 4 tracks. And Jim O'Rourke, it was involved with like the mixing, some of the engineering. And I'm kind of getting similar vibes. It doesn't sound the same, but I'm getting similar vibes. Where it's just like this little bit more like laid back, not as in your face, a little bit more mature. Like that punk ethos is almost completely gone at this point, if not entirely. Whereas like it was still slightly present on Washing Machine in a weird like cerebral way. But I'm vibing with this. I don't know if I like love it yet because it's so subdued that it's really hard to figure out how I feel about it because I have to dive into it. It's not diving at me, more or less. So let's keep going with the third track, Rain on Tin. Pretty good. Pretty good. I can vibe with this. It's not really noisy anymore either. It's very much just in a very simple alt rock vein. It's still sprawling. It's not really soundscapey anymore. But like there's still like there's a small element of post rock here still. To some big, more or less degree. But it's still technical. It's still technical. He's still shoving scissors in his fretboard, just like me. Yeah, this is 3 for 3 so far. This last one was probably my favorite. It's well composed guitar music, like guitar movements. And it's not. It's like intelligent alt rock, I guess you could call it. I don't know, but I am enjoying it. Karen Revisited, first and only Ronaldo track on here, 11 minutes.
Ancient history, some would say, getting high, and me, just another dream book, lost her mind and kept her loose, down beneath the radar screen, she's lit up like gas.
Not bad. Not bad. Maybe a tad long, but I liked a lot of what was going on in there. Just when I said there's no soundscapes here, they go and do that. It's different though. It's still much more like focused. The sound is definitely different. I don't know if that's O'Rourke or not, but they're definitely like cutting out a lot of the frills and focusing. It's like when you do soundscape stuff, you either lean into what the effects are capable of doing, and kind of improvising and seeing what comes out of it, or you're letting specific composition and songwriting lead the way. And they're definitely leaning more in the composition direction at this point. Not bad. My least favorite one, though, so far, I think just because it was a little bit long, it kind of overstayed its welcome by like 2 or 3 minutes, but it was not bad. Radical Adults lick Godhead style. Great.
New York girls are sure to enjoy her. A fuzzy peach tea.
Pretty good. Probably the noisiest one so far, I would say. Nice energy on it. It's probably the most aggressive one. But again, it's constrained. It's focused. It's not as like, you know, fallout from an atomic bomb kind of feel. It's just like it is the atomic bomb. Okay, 2 tracks left. Gordon on vocals for both of them. Short one here with Plastic Sun, penultimate track.
Plastic girl with plastic. I hate you and it never ends. Plastic girl with plastic girl. Berry juice on a rotten potato. Subway slasher is on my ass. Steals my you and it never ends.
There's Kim. Yeah, there always has to be that one like punky Kim track on every album, right? Not the best one so far. It was really short, and it just didn't really fit with the vibe of the rest of the album. So, but like as its own track, it's okay. Not the best Kim track, but it's not the best Kim Treek. Anyway, Sympathy for the Strawberry, 9 minutes, final track. Let's go. Oh dear.
Introduce you. Searching for the new stuff. Did I mention that it melts away? Hungry disobey. It's just to embarrass me. She likes to dance when it's dark and sun.
I don't know why, but for some reason my version is 12 minutes. The song is actually 9 minutes. Yep, there's nothing else in the other few minutes. Okay. There it is. Probably my favorite one on the album, actually. Because, like, I love when they did this a lot on the 3 long songs on Daydream Nation, where they just it's the soundscape stuff again, which was absent on the first half. I thought they were completely leaning away from it, but they pulled it back in with Karen and then Strawberry. Again, they're focusing a little bit more on the composition, I think, because there were elements in that song that were like really dissonant, weird chords, a weird melody on top of it, but it makes it all the more compelling. Really nice. I like that one quite a bit, actually. Murray Street. It's good. It's good. It's the most palatable Sonic Youth album for me so far. It's closer to stuff I'm used to. I mean, all this stuff is going to make me sound like a normie who doesn't like anything that's outside the box, but that's not entirely true. There's stuff that's outside the box. Like I think of like Tagomago by Can, which I have done a reaction for, which really like pushes my comfort a little bit, but in a good way, and it makes it compelling to listen. But there's plenty of stuff that pushes my comfort beyond anything that's like remotely pleasant to listen to. And there have been several Sonic Youth songs and albums where I've just been like, bit of a strong taste, and it just doesn't sit well with me. So this kind of stuff is a welcome break from some of that more intense, dissonant, punkier no wave that they were doing earlier on. And they're kind of settling down into more like mature tones, and I really like that. This is probably in my top 3, honestly. Like Daydream, Evol, and this, I would say are my 3 favorites so far. And I'm really interested to see what they do with Sonic Nurse now. I was kind of like, with Washing Machine, I was like, I have no idea where they're going to go from this, because I can tell they're coming down from the grunge stuff, Daydream Nation and Goo and Dirty. But Washing Machine was a weird one. It was a weird oddball, and I couldn't tell what they were doing. And you had the massive Diamond C at the end, which was really good, but also like, why is it so long? It's not really like the rest of the album. So what are you doing? But now here, like I'm curious as to the other 2 albums between this one. I'm not super eager to listen to them. Maybe I'll get to them sometime down the road. But to see how they got here, I think would be interesting, because this is definitely a different place than where Washing Machine was 7 years prior. But I'm all for it. This was a nice album. I didn't love it completely. I probably liked Evol a little bit better. I think Evol was their tightest dissonant no wave thing that they've done, but this is also a really solid effort, and I enjoyed my time with it. And I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Things to plug: Patreon, yet again, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. $1 a month gets you access to voting and polls, supports the channel. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, $5 a month gets you a shout out at the beginning of every album reaction, and it gets you unedited album reactions from Modest Mouse going forward. It's over 30 reactions at this point and growing. Also, the Discord, link in the description for that. Got about 150 people over there. A nice little community of people who love and care for each other and music. Music discussion, recommendations, Topster charts, memes, controversial topics. That's also where we do our Patreon poll voting and stuff like that. So if you're interested in joining the community of people who watch me listen to things, it's a growing community. I don't know why. Then you can head on over there to do that. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Next album will be a poll album, so stay tuned for that, and it will happen on the Discord. The Discord will pick it this time. So if you want to take part in picking the albums, head to the Discord. If you want to take part in voting for the albums, head on over to the Patreon. And yeah, that's it. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content, and as always, Godspeed.